Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I wanted to create a cat pattern and show you my editing process. I have filmed a video like this before, but I realized I didn't really explain how I edit my illustrations in Photoshop and how I actually make the pattern a seamless repetitive pattern. So for that, as usual, I will start off by sketching out my design. This time I'm drawing and painting a Sphynx cat pattern, and I will get into the editing process right away because it's something that I feel must be explained, and you can continue watching the speed painting afterwards. So I have my design open here in Photoshop. As you can see, I removed the background from the image and I separated each element of the design onto separate layers. That helps me with my making it a repetition. So basically I want to take this cat and take it to the other side so it continues with its shape. So for that I create a new layer which will be our repetition guide. I just make a rectangle that goes all the way to the edge of the canvas, add a color to it, and this will be our repetition guide. So basically what I do next is duplicate the cat layer, and then I select it with the repetition guide and just drag it over to the other side. So this way the shape will continue from the left to the right. So you want to do this with each element of your design. So we want to do it from top to bottom as well. So I'll just duplicate it again, take my repetition guide, align it with the top edge of the canvas, make sure it's aligned well because Photoshop can be tricky with that, and select it and then just drag it over to the bottom of the canvas. So this way you make sure that the shape that you have in your pattern continues top to bottom, left to right. So basically after that I just do the same with each shape, or in this case cat, that is cut off at one point or another. So this is just a method I apply. You can probably Google some other methods, but this just works fine for me. It helps that I don't cut off the shape, so meaning if I make a mistake and if I drag it too far out, then I can correct that mistake because I have the whole shape of the cat. So yeah, it's a pretty simple method. You just have to make sure that all the elements are aligned well, and also when making patterns make sure that all your elements are distributed sort of evenly and are sort of the same size. So if you have big elements, they will be the same size. If you have smaller elements, then just keep them the same size. This way you won't notice the repetition as much. So if, for example, if you have a really big cat and 3 or 4 tiny cats in this pattern, that big cat will be your guide to the repetition, so it will be very noticeable that it's something that is repeating over and over again. So yeah, I just filmed here the entire process of making the pattern. It's not really interesting. I hope it's explained it well. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section. But usually after I finish editing, I just save it as an image file, and to verify if the repetition is correct, I open a new file and drag my new pattern into that file. So there I test out if the edges are blending seamlessly. So as you will see, I just duplicate the layers, align them to each other, and actually you can see how the pattern will look this way. So As you can see, the shape continues from left to right and from top to bottom. So I hope this was useful for you guys. I didn't film the part where I removed the background because I find it really boring. But this is, yeah, my method of making patterns seamlessly in Photoshop. So if you want to see how I actually created the illustrations, just keep watching. I used gouache for them and a bit of white ink and some metallic gouache also. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!